Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're going to be talking about the Tottenham vs Liverpool game. So if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we're just going to get straight into this match review, so let's go. Okay, so first off, obviously Tottenham won the game 2-1. It was a very mad, a very weird sort of game, like 2 red cards, VAR, controversy, a lot happened. Okay, so first things first, what I'm going to talk about is like the main 3 decisions, which were a disallowed goal, 2 red cards. Okay, so we're going to go like chronological order, starting off with the red cards which Curtis Jones received in around sort of 24th, 25th minute of the game. So I think that was a red card. I think it's unlucky because obviously he's not intending to do what he did to Basuma, but I do think it was a red card. Obviously, his foot's like slid over the ball and a sort of high up on like his shin. So for me, that's a red card. I feel like it's such like a subjective thing that some people think it's a red card, some people won't think it's a red card. Blah blah blah. Those get given, like the Casemiro one. I can't remember who it was against, but he got sent off for something similar. So that decision I feel like was correct. You know, if you don't agree, then you know it is what it is. Okay, now we move on to this decision, which was Diaz's goal, which was very clear onside, which then VAR messed up and a lot went wrong, and it ended up with them not getting that goal. Now obviously as a Spurs fan, that helped us massively because obviously Liverpool down to 10 men, they get the goal, game completely changes. Goals change games obviously, and that sort of decision helped us out in this game. But putting my like bias aside, obviously it's disgraceful that like actually happened. Like decisions like that, whether onside is clearly onside, it should be given. Like that sort of situation should not happen whatsoever, and hopefully this is the last time it ever happens, because we can't have that regardless of what team you support, regardless or whatever. That situation cannot happen. Okay, and we already knew that the officiating was bad, already knew that the, not even VAR being bad, but like the officials behind it, we knew it was bad. But I feel like decisions like this, where it's like, you know, factual that should have been a goal, it's ridiculous, and the goal should have been given. It wasn't, and honestly the officiating it's so bad, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, at the time I wasn't really focusing on whether he was actually onside or not. I was like hoping and praying that like he was offside, and obviously the decision like happened so quickly. I was like, oh okay, offside, and I didn't really question it. I was just like, okay, he's offside, carry on with the game. And then I was thinking that even like during half time, like I wasn't really thinking about that sort of goal. I was just thinking we went in 1-1, like I wasn't really thinking, oh, that goal should be given, until like after the game, and you see the statement that was released, and it's like a significant human error was made, and you're just thinking like, how is that even possible? But yeah, it's just honestly a terrible decision that I wouldn't say like I feel sorry for Liverpool. I would just say that it's just a horrendous decision that shouldn't have happened. Obviously we wouldn't know the result of the game if that goal stood. Like any outcome could have still happened. So that decision. Now we're moving on to the two yellow cards that Diogo Jota got, and then obviously ultimately the red card. The first sort of yellow card, well, the first yellow card I feel like was harsh. I feel like it probably wasn't a red yellow card, but he could have got a yellow card like 2 minutes earlier on the challenge on Romero. So that one you could sort of say it wasn't really a yellow card, shouldn't really got it. The second yellow card, definite yellow card. Like I don't know how anyone can argue that, and that was hands down a yellow card. Okay, like if you want a yellow card, you shouldn't be making that challenge. So the only person that you can blame in that scenario is Diogo Jota. he was at fault for that. Like, obviously the first yellow card, you can, like, you know, it wasn't his fault, like, actually, but the second yellow card should be doing that. And then Liverpool are down to 9 men, and you're thinking, come on, Tottenham, surely Liverpool are down to 9 men. If we don't win this game, when are we actually going to beat Liverpool again? Like, it's been 6 years. We need to win. You know, Liverpool were like 5-3, and it was just like a weird sort of trying to play against 9 men when they're like defend. Like, I'll give it Liverpool credit for the way they like sort of defended, and you know, they played well considering the fact they went down to 10 men, down to 9 men. Like, all they could really do was try and hold out for a draw. They sort of broke a couple of times, but they were never really able to like create big chances. So now we're gonna go talk right. So right, we're going back to the first half. Son's goal. What a ball by Maddison, by the way. The way he break the lines. Richarlison with a great assist. Son with another finish, kind of similar to like an Arsenal goal that we scored. And that to go 1-0 up as well. And you're thinking, okay, we've got the first goal. Normally we've conceded the first goal quite a lot this season. So you're thinking, okay, they're down to 10 men. Let's just keep going. I feel like quite a few times we're caught offside. Sometimes like the final ball just wasn't there. I feel like I think, was it the first half Richarlison hit the post? Richarlison hit the post. There was like one chance where Richarlison like sort of kicked the ball and it sort of went to the back post, and if Kulusevski was running in there, he could have got a tap in. And also then coming towards the end of the first half, Liverpool equalise. Gakpo. By the way, the thing that was sort of annoying, it was like Udogie won the ball, but then the ref gave a foul and he had a card to Udogie even though he won the ball. And you understand that Gakpo got injured from that, but in the first instance it wasn't really foul. It's just sort of like even the follow through, really it wasn't really a foul, but it was what it is. They get that equaliser, and you're just thinking Tottenham just need to do more, because at the moment they're not, it's like, it feels like 11 versus 11 still, and they just need to, you know, give more and sort of try and break the ball down a lot more than they were doing. So come to the second half, Tottenham basically, you know, dominated the ball, and then pretty much after, when they went down to 9 men. So like I said, it was like a really weird game, because like the two red cards just completely changed it, and it was like it's like Liverpool with their low block, and we're trying to basically get through like 5 defenders, and like it is harder to play against 10 men, 9 men than it would be 11. I felt like Tottenham played better against 11v11. I felt like when it went to like 10 and 9, we just sort of found it hard, and we were sort of running out of ideas to hurt Liverpool. But we come to the last minute of the game. Romero passes the ball to Porro. Porro does an amazing cross across the 6-yard box, and Matip scores an own goal. And everyone goes wild. And, you know, it was a crazy moment. Like, honestly, Tottenham just go till the end, like regardless of anything. Tottenham are like going to the end, keep trying, keep working, and eventually it paid off and we got the winning goal. I mean, yes, it was an own goal, but who cares really? We still won the game. And I feel like the reaction was justified. Like, you score a last minute goal, regardless of the opposition, you're going to be happy, you're going to be excited, you're going to be celebrating it. I don't know what other fans were thinking, that when Tottenham score a last minute winner, that we're just going to, you know, sit there and be like, of course, you're going to be jumping up and down, you're going to be singing, you're going to be doing all this, you're going to be shouting, like, you're going to be doing all that. Like, I don't really get the whole celebration please thing. Like, hello. It's like, Every time Spurs score like a last minute winner or score a goal, oh, you're celebrating too much. Oh, you celebrate like you won a trophy. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're doing a walk around. Oh, you're doing that. You're doing that. I'm like, what? Any team is gonna celebrate a last minute winner. So I don't really get that point of view. I feel like you can never celebrate too much. I mean, we haven't beaten Liverpool for 6 years until Saturday. So I feel like it's justified. Alisson made 2 outstanding saves. One from Maddison, one from Son. Vicario, he made that double save. But then other than that, he didn't really... he wasn't really tested, obviously, by default because of the 10 men, 9 men, whatever. And I feel like pretty much everyone had a good game for Tottenham. I feel like when it came to like second half and like when Son and Maddison came off, the levels dropped a bit because of the quality dropped, and we found it difficult, ran out of ideas to try and hurt Liverpool. But you know, you just got to give credit where credit's due, and we never gave up, and we ended up winning the game. We will remain unbeaten as well. We're one of the 2 teams to remain unbeaten. No team's obviously Arsenal. Like 17 points, second in the league. You have to say it's been a great start to the season. Obviously, regarding that decision, putting that aside, I've got to be loving the Liverpool tears. I have to say that, because the amount of like decisions that have gone against us with Liverpool, like it's been like a bogey fixture for like 6 years. We had the Champions League final, like all the times we should have beaten them, we haven't. Like the chances were missed, like the Bergwijn chart, like the 2 chances that he missed. I think that was when Jose was in charge. You know, all these times where we could have scored and we haven't, and like we should have won the game, but then we end up losing the game from like a last minute winner. Like this time round, Tottenham got the last minute winner. So it was great that Tottenham were on the right side for once, and you know, and just keeps ticking off these boxes, like the manager of the month curse, whatever, the Emirates curse. Yes, it was a draw, but normally would lose, so that's good. And beating Liverpool, we haven't done that in 6 years, so beating Liverpool, it was an interesting game, a nervy game. I was semi-confident coming into it. I feel like we could have, you know, at least got a draw, but we ended up winning, so it's all good. I feel like what Ange's done in this short space of time, the belief in the club, the whole team being together like a family, it's just Son being captain was like just the best decision ever, because his passion, I'm gonna be honest, we never saw that type of passion from Lloris, and I don't really think we saw that sort of passion from Kane either. So it's just very nice to see with Sonny. Porro, he was immense that game as well. Even Udogie as well. I felt like Richarlison, even though he didn't, you know, it was probably his best performance in a Spurs shirt, if we're being like this season. You know, grabbing an assist. Like Maddison, even though he probably wasn't 100%, he definitely, you know, he influenced the game very well, and just unfortunately had to come off and Son had to come off. But hopefully this weekend they're okay, like they're gonna be okay, because we saw what happened when they got taken off. Like our depth isn't that greatest, and obviously we've got injuries in like attacking areas with Johnson. Hill had like his return to training, but he wasn't on the bench. Obviously Perisic out. Welcomed 3 points. You know, it's like I said, remain unbeaten. I don't know why VAR is so bad in the Premier League, because we saw it in the World Cup how brilliant it was. I don't know whether they're bringing that semi-automated offside 3D thing, because that seems to work very well. I don't know why Premier League don't use it. It just doesn't make sense. You know, I feel like they could be doing a lot of things that could help. The one thing I do understand is though that once they realised they made that mistake, the game had already restarted, so they couldn't bring it back in order to give them the goal because of the rule book. And that part I do understand, but it shouldn't have got to that point anyways. So that's enough talk about VAR. Yeah, I feel like I've spoken about it a lot. But yeah, I was super like happy with this performance. The only thing obviously is the depth and sort of the way we sort of that creativity coming towards the end of the game. But the fact we were able to get that winner in the end just is a testament to show that we keep going till the end, regardless. And I feel like that certainly comes from the manager, and then the players implement it, and we just, you know, go for it. And it was good. I've enjoyed this weekend. I've enjoyed this Monday. Obviously, remaining unbeaten after 7 games, and yes, it is only 7 games. I feel like I'm not getting it too ahead of myself. I'm just taking it one game at a time, see where we end up in the season. You know, 1 game a week. Like, if we can keep most of our players fit come January, bring in a few more players, then who knows. The thing I'm not going to say is we're in a title challenge. I'm not going to say that. I feel like, yes, we're in 2nd place right now, but I feel like I wouldn't say we were in a title challenge. I would just say we're fighting for Europe. That's the next step we need, because obviously we finished 8th last season, and we need to go all for it in the FA Cup, and, you know, just keep going for it, you know. I'm happy with the football we're playing. I'm happy with the whole connection within the fan base, connection with the players, the whole team, the whole togetherness with everyone. I've never seen it like this. I feel like it wasn't, I don't know why, but I feel like it was never this good under Pochettino. Maybe I'm wrong because of everything that's happened since Pochettino was sacked, but I feel like the togetherness wasn't this together after Pochettino's 7 games. And obviously different squads, you know, things happen, things change and everything. But yeah, I feel like everyone hates Spurs right now. And it's hilarious, let's be honest. That's what I'm going to end this match review with, is like the way everyone just hates Spurs. It's like, because we're playing good and we're like winning games and we're like unbeaten, everyone just hates us. And it's just so hilarious to see, and just to see the amount of people crying. It's like, oh, you're a shit team, oh, you got shit players, oh, you're not gonna do anything, blah blah blah. And everything they bring up, it's like a trophy. Like, it's like, because we're celebrating a last minute winner against Liverpool, it's like, oh, but you didn't win a trophy, why celebrate like you won a trophy? And it's all this, and it's all blah 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 blah. Like, just admit, just say you're salty without saying you're salty. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's just, the celebration police were out. Oh, it took an own goal for you to win against 9 men. I'm just like, obviously Liverpool down to 9 men is going to be a lot different to like a lesser quality team, which would be still hard to like score against, but it would be easier because there's less quality. But with Liverpool, with the like the defenders they've got, the players that they've got, if they're like all in their box, all 8 outfield players, obviously it's going to be tough to score a goal, but we won the game, so it is what it is. And you can say that Liverpool were robbed. I'd say the officials robbed Liverpool of a goal. I wouldn't say they robbed them of any like points, because we don't know what happened in that game if they managed to score the first goal. They could have won, they could have drawn, they could have lost still, like, who knows. And also with that VAR for that, like, for their disallowed goal, it still wouldn't have counted. So I don't know what the solution is regarding VAR, whether they keep it. Obviously I feel like they've got to keep it, but they need to do better. And I can see Liverpool probably suing. I can see, I don't know, it's like everyone's happy with decisions unless it's going against them, which is understandable, but I just love the tears, I'm gonna be honest. And the fact that we're playing good football as well, and just everything that happened. And I feel like it's hard to talk about the game in general just because of like 2 red cards and like, and then that decision as well. It's just like a lot happened. Going back before that red card, I felt like it was like an even game, quite open, both playing how they want to play. That red card happens and it sort of switches the momentum, and Tottenham are more having more of the ball. And obviously red cards, goals change games. So there we have, guys. That is my match review of the Tottenham vs Liverpool game. Be sure to let me know below your thoughts on the game and everything around it. Also quickly, I just want to mention The racism that Udogie was getting on social media after the game was disgusting. It's unacceptable, and whoever was sending those sort of like types of comments or whatever, they should name and shame them. They should, I don't know, give them the harshest punishment possible, because it's absolutely disgusting, vile, the abuse he was getting, like receiving. I feel like some of them was probably Liverpool fans, like, because you could clearly see they were Liverpool fans, some of them anyway. But yeah, I was shocked. Like, I don't know, it was just like, what is going on? Racism does not belong in football. Racism does not belong anywhere. That is my match review. And I will see you guys later with my player ratings. Bye, guys.